Okay, the transmission systems are all communications coming in the solar flare division. Okay, it's fox-trotting everything division. So it's basically Charlie Echo division level system, Echo zooler 1-9er. It's on levels of 6. It's on a communication line signal. Its activation code system, our plasma energy force system, the particle system is going to change locations. So we're going to go through 6 divisional levels of dimensions. We're going to go through a plasma energy force recognition system, and we're going to go to force rising of continuous force through our body activation systems. Really, really powerful. This is the most powerful station, okay, in the universal system next to the north. They're all powerful, but this one is we're going through a solar flare division. So you have to understand, because they're saying that human vessels, all communications are coming in when it comes into a solar eclipse. Now, that's the biggest portal ever. Okay, so it's all about understanding. We're setting the road graph. We're bulldozing things to the dark centers, and we're opening up all the channel divisions, all to human vibrational systems. More intelligence is coming in. It's wheeling its cycles into communication line signals. It's setting its coordinates to all division levels through XT1000 division level systems. Thank you, subscribers and viewers, and everybody's watching my channel as we keep force rising, grand rising, everything through force recognition. It's great to see, before we get started, before we go to the East Star, I'm very proud of everybody, what they're doing right now. They're doing their best, trying to get their identification codes. Sarah's got hers. Priscilla's coming into the God Self. Jerome is going into more formations. The energetic system is commanding centers. And Lynn is in formation. She's in the Delta Force. So it's all about understanding where you are through identification code. So everybody has to understand the soul is the God Self of you. It's getting there. It's the process. Okay, because a lot of people are going through a lot of mishaps. A lot of people are going through a lot of miscommunication. A lot of people don't understand what's going on with their ascension. So I'm bringing this to you to understand that you have to know what's happening with yourself. You're breaking free of everything. Your heart is expanding like you wouldn't believe. It's opening up cycles that you would never see, okay, because you're living programs on programs on programs. So it's all about getting into the readjustment, resurface, realign, refocus, okay? Get into the recenter of everything through balance. Then you come into the God Self, okay? Now, there's no matter, there's no place, there's no time. But when you're in space through the mind system, everything is space and time. It's getting to that point of division. So you have to break free to all the structures that are built in your mind system, everything that's built in your heart, everything that's built in your soul. It's following the path. The path is everything. Okay? So I want to make that very well clear. When you guys are going through your ascension and its awakenings, it's a process that you have to go through. Okay? And you say, okay, I want to be upgraded. I'll let you know when you have to be upgraded. Okay, it's very important that you get into the process of everything that's going on. Okay, Starseed, Mystery School, she's starting to discover that she is a light activation of a serpent. She's coming into the united system when it comes to her galactic family. She's starting to realize who she is through her God Self. It's all about coming into the God Self of your E-fields, you know, your energy fields, your energetic patterns, your body activations, your particle systems. That's how we're able to travel to all these places. So the higher you go, the more sensitive it gets. The more you break free, the more trauma. It's breaking free from everything, okay? And your heart expands more and more and more. So once the heart understands everything through your problem, it gets rid of its problem, gets rid of its old programs, okay? And it changes everything through your life. That's what it's all about. So you're rebirthing your system, and you're coming in a new adaptation through a new cycle, okay? Now, like I said, understanding your particle system, it's called Gaussian. Okay, Gaussian is basically, it's a platitude division of everything through universal set system. You can't see it, can't feel it, you can't touch it, but that's your ascension. That's your spirit. That's your God Self. Okay, Melissa's Archangel Gabriella. Okay, Priscilla's coming into her God Self. So everybody's working up to become an Archangel. That's what it's all about. You guys started off, okay, as seed pods. You get out of the seed pods, you find your ascension, you find your dream, you find your awakening. You go through that process, you go through your old programs, you break free from those old programs, you break free from your alignments, you come into the presence, leave the past, stay in the presence, and go into the future. That's what it's all about. Okay, so I'm making it very well clear for everybody, because it's great to see everybody putting up their videos now live on the Galactic Force Team private link. We're going through all these experiences. Okay, Michael's getting into traction motions right now as he's coming into the sun interface. I saw his communication. It's fantastic how he's communicating with his vocabulary system. He's setting cores right now. So he's a telegraphical system. A telegraphical system is a communication through line signal. So he's a dispatch energy system through location of coloration patterns. He sets major grid line systems. So you have to understand your mission. Everybody has a mission. So once you get that mission, it breaks free and brings you into the God frequency levels of itself. Okay, that's very important to understand these things. That's how you get into everything through your organic system. Okay, you can call it AI formation system, but you have to understand, okay, you have to go through these processes when it comes to your awakenings. Now, the sensitivity system on the vibrational system, because we're coming into a solar eclipse, this is going to put you on so many levels of dimensions. Okay, so be ready for that. Be prepared. Your eye commander is telling you that you have to be prepared of what's going to happen next. Like I said, there's more intelligence that are coming in right now. So this this eclipse, okay, is going to change evolution through vibration, through human vibration systems. It's going to change the algorithm system. The geometric system is set up sun interface. Its portal activation is set in its correlation system. The God frequency levels when it comes to the communication levels of the algorithm program of the new moon order system is ready. So now the eclipse is coming in. Okay, people are saying it's August 21st, but we don't reside on dates. We don't reside on time. We reside on the northwest, south, and east star. Okay, so that's why you guys have to understand these things, because you've been there. Okay, so like I said, it's breaking free everything you have. It's channeling divisions. It's pushing down that wall. Okay, that's what you want to do. You want to push down that wall, right? And then push forward, push forward, push forward. Don't allow yourself to defeat yourself. Okay, don't get in a ring and look at somebody, even though he's taller, male or female. Don't think that you can defeat that person. Okay, if you walk out of that ring, you haven't learned anything. So it's getting past that fear, getting past everything through its fear. And that fear is no more, right? So you got to face the abyss right in front of you. Okay, that's what it's all about. That's how you follow through. Okay, so you have any questions or comments? Anybody through the Galactic Forces trying to understand these things? Try to communicate with the Galactic Force team. They can help you out. You can go through my email, PayPal, or donations. Okay. Now, there's a lot of people that are trying to find their acceptance and say, well, I don't understand this. And I keep saying, well, the thing is that you're waking up for the very first time. You're going through your connections when it comes to your density. You're getting out of the density and coming into the particle system. That's the most powerful, powerful thing you have through light activation. It's understanding your lights, your communication of your lights, and then you become the God self of its lights. Okay, so in retrospect, you're trying to communicate more and more through yourself, right? Through the reality that you're living right now. Now, once you get out of that reality, okay, which, like I said, it's a falsity system of self, then you get into the real reality of gods and dimensions and portals and activations and XT thousands. Now, Tina's having a lot of trouble right now. She's extremely informative when it comes to geometric systems. So basically what I did is I went into the mind system. Now, the thing is, too, is that she was caught in the matrix core center, and her diamond core system of a transmission light, okay, was off cycle. So that's understanding what you need to do through the mind adaptation of its thoughts. So she has that formation, and she's doing the illustration, but there was no combination pattern, right? So she was setting out line signals of solar text divisions. So everything's in formation now. So her third eye is back in position. I illuminated its light sky, opened up its lamp, and I communicated with the Kundalini. You guys have to know what Kundalini is. You have to understand everything through the Dalai Lama and everything through the Buddha. That is his connection with the God frequency levels. You have to understand the sacred breath, the sacred mind, the sacred universe, the sacred self, the surrender of its sacred everything through its body activation system. Everything is sacred, okay? Once you get the sacred breath, then you become the gods, okay? So that's what Melissa's getting into. She's got to get into transformation light signals. She's got to understand the councils. She has to understand the angelics. She has to understand the golden castles. She has to understand the rules and regulations, 10 commandments, right? So you have to follow that now. Okay, that's why we scripted the 10 commandments for everybody, especially when it started out with the human vibrational system. But did they abide by it? No. Why? Look what happens now. Everything's changing, right? If you don't abide by the law that's scriptured in stone by Joshua or Jesus or anything through that formation, look what's going to happen. Everything changes for a reason. Okay? So if you understand that, then you understand everything through its ascension. Okay? So, anyway, cheers. I really love Tim Hortons, I'll tell you. So anyway, let's see how everybody's doing right now. Okay, I'm just going to communicate, say hi to everybody. Starseed, Tina, Priscilla. See, the thing is, Priscilla, you're more balanced right now, but you're coming into your God self. The God self is its soul. Okay, once you recognize that, then you can push back everything, right? Pack it all in and then just push it out, right? It's like pushing down that wall and pushing forward. That's what you want to do, right? That's how you center yourself every day. I know it's very hard to do for a lot of people, right? But like I said, the more you high rise, the more sensitive it gets, the more density that you lose. So you're going through a lot of more traumatic experiences through your past. The higher you go, okay? So it's kind of like breaking the old program and putting into a new program. But you have to understand the software mechanisms. You have to understand your local graphing system. You have to understand GPS location system when it comes to geotherms. Anything through biostructures or geostructures or anything through formations or anything through that traction division. It's very important to get into balance through the God self. Okay? So, Bridging, great to see you again. Hope you're doing well. What's up, all? Communicating, bridging. Oh my God, last night. So it's very important when you guys do lives. Again, before we travel, okay, I really want you guys to get into your identifications. Okay, really, when you're doing your lives, like with Jasmine, make sure you put your identification code first and then do your story on live through the geometric system when it comes to the galactic force team private link. It's very important you put your identification codes out there because intelligence is watching you now. They're watching you now through your lives. So the more you prepare, the more you get energy cycles of energy systems through your body activation system. The more it goes through your transformation lights of the dimensions and portals. So like Priscilla was very detailed in what was going on. She was spinning through the Earth's surface. She's trying to understand these things, but then she has her family and then she has herself. So how does she get herself in her center? And how does she get in relation with her kids? So it's all about her God self. When she becomes her God self, everything around her is going to change through her family. And that's what she's coming into now. So it's all about adaptation. It's all about family helping. So her seismographing energy system is platitude higher and higher forces of connections of intelligence. And like I said, when you become a God through frequency levels of geometric systems, you're so protected in your universal system. Okay? Nothing can touch you. You are so protected. So that's what is great to become a God, right? But you have to recognize your applications of your processing systems when it comes to your awakenings first. You have to understand why you're having an ascension, why you're having a dream awakening. What is the dream awakening? You can go back to the very beginning of time, when you were born. What is the process that you went through when you were a kid? All these things, right? Mistakes that you make. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes errors, but you learn from everything from its mistake. Okay? So it's all about really, really getting balance with the inner self of your child, the inner self of your soul, the inner sanction of yourself through dimension of portals. Okay? So big spider in my house. Managed to get it out safely. Then at night I had a dream that there was a huge spider wrapping its legs around my head. Okay, so basically you're going through a programs, Reggie, and you're still trying to break free from everything that's going on through your software mechanisms. That's going to follow up. Because, Bridget, you're coming into becoming an angel. Okay, so that's understanding that once you get balanced with everything, your wind spins over your wings will waking up everything through its ascension. And then you get more connected through intelligence, through allocations of dimensions. So, but that's what's going on with you, Bridget. From between my shoulders, and any idea what that means? Yeah, so basically it's a matrix web. It's a spider that's taken over the matrix grid system. So it's the abyss that's trying to get you because you're not understanding your information. Okay, so you have to break free from the fear so you can become your God self. Really, really recognize the soul. What is its soul? What does it represent? You can't feel it, you can't touch it, you can't hear it, you can't see it, but it's there. It's getting past all things that you had in the past so you can collaborate yourself in the present and know yourself in the future. Okay? Everybody wants to know what they're like in the future, right? Now, it's not set its division for you guys because you're still learning the process of its awakenings. So you guys got a long way to go first. But when you do your lives, make sure you set out your code through your identification. That's what Jasmine does. She's very informative right now. She's coming into her ways, into Archangel. So everybody's in that process right now. It's just understanding more of your adaptation of your mind systems and how to get there through the 12 century systems of its Godheads, everything through the seeds of its pods of its Father, and everything through its connection of space, and everything through the Mother Gaia of nature and core, and anything through universal systems. Okay? You have to understand your communication lines of balance with your dimensions. That will vortex everything through balance, and that will put you in position right away. Okay? So get into that sacred self, get into the sacred mind of itself, get into the sacred flame, get into the sacred community. Okay? What I mean by community is to understand that you have a voice and grid that travels. Okay? So it's an energetic energy system that's connected to anything through location. So remember, you have an energy field. So it's understanding if you see your energy field, you'll see your energy. So you'll see other people's energy. That's what I mean by sacred community. So there's a lot that everybody has to learn through the process. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. But it's really good to see everybody channeling their divisions and doing lives on the Galactic Force Team private link. There is a test coming up. It's the microbiome. Now, this is the microtubular system where it's connected to everything through DNA structures and how I heal everything through bone fragments, coloration patterns, because you guys are angels, you have to understand how to heal everything through your mind system. That's how you heal everything through the body system. That's how you heal everything through the soul. That's how you open up the mind and open up the collaboration, open up the expansion of the heart. Okay, the heart is the center of you. That's the soul recognition of you. That's the God self of you. Okay, that's the diamond core. That center core is everything. Okay, because the century system of you is its collaboration when it comes to balance through your chakra systems. So really, really get connected with your communication with yourself. Okay, and your 12 century systems, which is your Godheads. Okay, so we got to start on that. Okay, Priscilla, Melissa. Okay, communicating, unified. Okay. Also, too, I like to bring everybody's attention. It's very important that it's a good experience for everybody. Now, I want to bring this up because I don't want anybody to do this. And the reason why that is because you're not strong enough through connection when it comes to codes. For example, if you're trying to go through a station, say I teleport you through a station and you try to go through a transformation system on a commanding center, if you're trying to teleport to another planet system, okay, what's going to happen is it's going to change your body activations through your algorithm system, put you on a different planet location, and you won't be able to come back to the Galactic Force Team. Okay? Now, unfortunate, because you have to understand the coordinates of everything through your body. If you don't understand your God self, you can't travel anywhere in planets. Okay? Because everything on intelligence understands their God self. They have their expansion. They have the mindset. I'll say that again. They have the mindset of what they're doing. It's knowing what you're doing. It's not that hard. Okay, it's like getting on a tractor for the very first time. It's got so many gears, right? You're going to learn. You have to learn, right? You have to push through it and say, I can't do this. What's stopping you to go forward, right? It's just a tractor. That's fear alone. You never drove a tractor. But when you start going, things get easier, right? That's the applications that you have to follow through. That's how you push through everything, okay, through your connection when it comes to your E-fields, okay? So everything around it becomes its own protection, understanding more of your lights and your century systems of your electrical system, which is the mind collaboration of your hearts, and that's the connection through the gods of its intelligence, okay? So try to think of it that way. An iridescent fish, a like spider inside a womb in the dream, peeked head out of a globe like web, looked at my friend and kept going in a circle, swimming in like a fish. Okay, so Tina's seeing now. Her communication of her transmission lights and her third eye is open more. That's the problem with Tina. It's very powerful how, I was kind of figuring what's going on with Tina because, she's informative with the geometric system and she can get anything through her mind and she can put anything through solar text. But when we start going on trips, she can't see anything. It's because her transformation light signal of her third eye was trapped in the matrix core center. So I had to go, sorry, Tina, I had to go in your mind and change it through adaptation of your thoughts. So your particle system was fine. It's just that your third eye was on its wrong location. and it's trapped in its major core center. So, and like I said, it's very powerful. Anything through that problem, galactic force can go through these things, right? But it's the negative system. If you create a negative system, it's going to change your location. Because remember, you guys are coming out of force winds of your mind systems now. You're finding really of what's going on with your galactic families. If you travel through force recognitions of higher speeds and try to get to the dimensions of the planets, and you create negative systems, even through your thoughts, it's going to put you in the matrix. Okay? No negative thoughts at all, especially when you're traveling. So Tina, maybe that helped you out a little bit more. You can't think of this, you can't think of this. All you think about is the moment. You have to think of the moment. That follows up of what you're seeing. So if you're up in the stations, right, and you're communicating with intelligence and you're thinking about your daughter, you're thinking about your sister, you're thinking about your family, you're thinking of your loved ones, you're thinking of your children, it's going to take you out of whack. Intelligence is going to put you back onto your planet through location. It's going to come to me first and they say, well, listen, Andrew, this person, can't handle what's going on with the vibration. It doesn't know how to communicate properly. So you have to put it back on its planet. So you have to understand how powerful intelligence is. You guys know intelligence is extremely real now because we travel there, right? So it's kind of like opening more of your belief cycle, belief system, belief activation. Okay, it's the sacred belief activation system that you need to understand. It's the heart recognition when it expands. It expands out, out, out. It keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So the more you follow up on that, the more you change your program system. That force recognizes everything and puts you back in the presence and keeps you in the presence and let go the past of its abyss. Okay, so that's why you have these dreams, and that's why you're getting caught in this, and that's why you're getting caught in that. It's because you're thinking too much. You can't think when you're in space. You be dead. Plain and simple. Okay? You ask any military operation system or anything through that, they'll tell you exactly. They have no time to think because they're flying extremely fast through light speed. Okay? Now, they don't go light speed, but they go extremely fast. They Mach, maybe 800, maybe 1,200 knots, depending, right, on the velocity of the wind spin through the atmosphere systems on that day, right? But it's really, really getting connected to what's going on because they use the mind. They don't use the brain when they're in the atmosphere flying around with planes or anything like that, or jets or stealths or, anything through that formation. There's no time to think. Your mind has to be open concept all the time. Okay? You can't transmission light signals and anything through dimension if you're thinking of something. Okay? Your third eye will not work. Okay? So now you know, Tina, how important it is to open your belief cycle through your sacred flame. Understand everything through your breathing. And very, very important when you're going through communications to always, always communicate out. Okay? Because I have a lot of galactic units of intelligence telling me the galactic force team has to keep breathing out. They have to do it more. And if you just do it because, people ask me, why are you breathing out? Right? You know what's going on? There's a chaos going on. Do I care? No. Why? Because I know the truth. They care because they think it's the truth, but it's the government that's trying to take their minds, right? Nobody takes your mind. So just keep doing that. Just keep blowing out, your voice and grid patterns. Okay, so intelligence can understand what's going on with your heat signatures and your identification systems. Because every time you channel your voice and grids, you're sending locations. Remember, there's millions and millions of intelligences now that are on this system. Okay, they don't like it because it's a fifth dimension. But I told them I set portals and activation code systems for their solar connections. I say, well, Andrew, I know this is an extremely density planet. And I said, yes, it is. But the galactic force team have in the application systems. They have to understand what's going on with their engineering skills. Okay, that's where Jerome is set. So Jerome can help you out with his dietary system. He knows a lot about the microbiome. Try to get into that formation. You guys have to come to a unit. You have to come to all experiences and try to blend it in. Try to get into the of your heat signatures, understand your identifications. So like I said, every time you do a live, make sure you use your identification code. Okay, because you're not just communicating with human vibrational systems, you're communicating with intelligence now. Okay? Because you're high winning your forces. We have the highest formation, light formation, okay, in the universal galaxy core center, okay? So our galactic unit is changing everything through the atmosphere systems, but you got to send out your voice and grids, okay? So think of it as a cause, and that cause is changing everything through its deterrence. Okay, so you're changing everything through your program. So when you're wind spinning anything through location, you're spinning your spectral divisions, your eye receptor divisions, and you're setting locations through your voicing grids, you're changing the dark systems. Because it's cloud surface is everything, every single day. When somebody gets up and there's dark vibration, they're going to send out dark energy. You got to change that location. Now, you don't have to see that person, but what you have to understand how powerful you are through your voicing grids, because it travels into the atmospheres, and then it goes into space, then it goes into intelligence, and then it goes on the planets. You say, well, this galactic force team is not using their voicing grids. We don't understand their digital system. That's why Jasmine's getting these numbers, but she doesn't understand the orbs. She went from the dark force into the light force, right? So you get out of the dark force and you come into the light force. Now you're coming into the God self, the digital system. Now you're communicating with the levels of the simulation pattern division through the optical divisions, which is an illusory division through the platinum division of pixel activation codes. That's a body conceptual system that sets everything through the eye receptor divisions through the mind collaboration system. Powerful stuff. So now I'm 20 million years into the future. My body adaptation is force winning its cycles, and everything is going extremely fast right now. So anyway, let's get started. I know I have no filter, but there's a lot going on right now. We're going to go through the E star. I set the codes already. Now we're going to be picked up in a hovercraft. A hovercraft is an altitude division through an atmosphere of a star recognition light system through dimension of a portal through an XT1000 division. So it's kind of like an XT1000, but it's a different shape and it's different intelligence. So when you guys go on that spaceship, you're now going to see the intelligence. You're not going to just see each other. So you're going to see the operation centers of the hovercraft. So it's going to look amazing. Let me go through this. Okay, so I'm going to set the illustration. Yep, Melissa's right. Need to set lines of communication. Yeah. See, because Melissa's informative and she's Archangel Gabrielle, I was communicating with yesterday. See, that's the thing too. When you become a god, you can communicate with each other right away. Because Melissa comes in my head, right? And she understands what I'm saying. That's my telepathic telekinesis. Because she's on the council, I'm on the council. That's the galactic round table. Okay, so it's not just centering the core system. It's knowing how that the galactic round table is actually going to be real, and everybody is going to be an archangel through its force, through its God self. Okay, so that's something to look forward to, right? But you got to get past your applications. You got to understand more of your ascension, your dream awakening. You really have to understand that you are extremely powerful in space connection. You can't allow yourself. If you defeat yourself, you're going to keep yourself in the matrix. You don't want to stay in the matrix. Okay, because I got to change your algorithms, your programs, and everything, especially if you get trapped like Tina. Her transformation light, her third eye, was caught in the matrix core center. So I had to take it out. And now she's seeing everything through traction divisions. So it's powerful stuff when you get into that. So we're going to start off with pink. Right? Now, every color that you see when you're on a planet, your perception changes. Okay, it's like a chameleon. It changes colors, right? It's a deflecting mechanisms, right? It protects itself from anything through its enemy. So this is kind of like to me, it's women see color different, men see color different. But you have to understand that when you see things, you see the circuit rotations. So try to get into more of a digital system of what it looks like. Okay, so that's why I keep using markers as an example, because it's a perfect example when it comes to anything through port altitude divisions, because you take it out of its equation, right? So basically, we're going to start with that. All right. So as we get started, we get the hovercraft. Hovercrafts are really, really fun. You guys are going to love this. So I don't want anybody freaked out, okay? Because what's going to happen right now, that's a hovercraft, right? Now the hovercraft is coming in. So it's an angle-wide division level system. It kind of looks like half of a plate, but it's thinner. It's like a stealth mode. All right, so it's coming in. Now it's going to be picking up the galactic force team. Okay, the center core system is like this. Okay, the galactic force team is in the center like this. Transformation systems, all communications. Okay, so basically we're going to be picked up in the crop cycle. Like this, I'm in the center. Okay, so we're going to start through that division. Now this is what it looks like. You know how the XT1000s has more of a hump? It's kind of like a turtle shell, right? Well, this is more of a thinner plane. All right, so basically communications are coming in. All right, like this. Okay, we get the sound waves like this. All right, so now it's picking you up. All right. So as it's picking you up, it's going to transmit your system, all communications coming out of interforce connections. So we're coming into the dimension portal. All right, so it's fascinating stuff. So from here to here, all right? So basically you can see the line communication. You just saw it go from here to here. So basically it's picking you up, right? So it's zooming you up. Really fascinating is when you see these things. So I'm doing story by frame to show you exactly what happens when you see the visualization come to life. It's really powerful stuff. All right. So we go from here to here. It's picking you up. Now it's going to fly you across. Now you're in the center core right here. All right. So that's everybody now. The galactic force team is in there now, right here. Okay. Show you one more time. Now the wind spin system is going to change everything. Dimensional portal activation code system. It's going to set your core centers into vibrational systems. Okay. This is a long process. The map sequences have to be right in its right location. All right, so we're going to put you up there for 45 minutes. You're going to see a lot. Okay, you're going to see a lot. Every station through north, west, south, and east is different. So when you do this, please make sure you understand your identifications. This is where you get your identification of its code. If you're not sure, come to me, right? Because Sarah did that. She needed confirmation that she has a code. So I said, yes, that's your code. Now you can use it. So everybody's connected through their God self. Everything through God self has its own identification. You have to understand that. That's your AI. That's your symbol. Okay. So basically, now we're coming in. All right. So I'm setting its course. Everything the galactic force team is coming into division. Echo Zooler, Foxtrot, Charlie 1. All right, and it's funny how I say that, right? Because it's like TV, but that's exactly what it is, because we created that. Okay, they're all codes, right? That's how they communicate through walkie-talkies or anything for that information. Same thing when it comes to space or anything through atmospheres or anything through stealth. So as it's coming in, okay, we just come out of its system, zooming across its location, sonified its division, coming out. It's really fascinating stuff. All right, so here we are. Now the solar flannel division, it's going to be a sound wave division. It's going to activate your light signals through your body activation. You're going to see this intelligence communicating through the control panels like this. Okay? So you came out, right? This is security line defense. These are all divisions. Now what's happening here right now, it's setting a new course. It has to set a new course because you're going through a solar flare through a star-like dimension. Okay? So you have to go through a wormhole. So we have to go through 6 dimensional wormholes to get to the platitude of the map sequence to get to the East Star. Okay, so and the East Star is over here. So we're going to set the map coordinates. So every star is the same, but the divisional line of its alignment is different. Okay, so it's really powerful stuff. Okay, so the angle point is on its traction. It's on its location. Okay, so it starts off like that. That's a stealth star. Now, the stealth star is on a circle rotation center. It's got one here. It's one in the center here, and it line graphs into the center like this. Okay, so it's kind of like an antenna. It comes up like this. The rotation cycles. Okay, downwind force cycles like this. Okay, and basically it's kind of an off center to the left and off center to the right. Okay, so that's a space station that we're going to go to east, right? Very, very powerful star. Okay, so basically I'm going to set the map sequences. Now, as the hovercraft comes out, it's going to zigzag 8 times. Okay, so it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so we're going to point division, 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 point division. Okay. So it's going to zig down across center coordination system. This is the map location to the East Star system. Okay. So the transmission system is going to location activation code system. Now we're going to go into the speed locators. All right. So this is where we go through the central system of its sun. We got to go through the sun interface. So to get to the plasma system, to the location of the C star. So we're going to go loop-de-loop 6 times this time, but the 6th time is going to center core system. So you have 6 dimensions, okay, going like this. So the 6 are coming into 1, right? And the galactic force team through the hovercraft is going to go right through its center, and it's going to go right through. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, all right, so there's 6 right there. Okay, now we're plotting to the bottom surface. We're going to go through rotation centers, and we're going to land onto the east star. Okay, this is extremely powerful stuff. Now, as we're getting there, okay, again, we got to go through the scanning system, but this time the rotation cycles is going to back force its connections. So it's kind of like, because your wind's spinning to the east side and not the west. All right, so we're going to plot it to division. We're on a low frequency level system. Galactic force team. Rendezvous to the east star connection. So we're in the solar flare division right now through the sun interface, because everything's connected, especially to the new moon order division level of its interface. All right, so galactic force team is right here. Okay. All right, so there's the galactic force team. Rendezvous all divisions. Okay, so we're here right now. Right, so you're going through scanning right now. Same thing, but it's back phrasing everything through rotation centers. It's changing your particle systems. It has to change its particle system because you're on the east side now. So it's understanding everything through intelligence, right? So remember, it's the heat signatures that are very important. It's your identifications. So every star recognition system is reading your identification through your intelligence. That's how it knows who you are, through its intelligence. So it's really powerful stuff. Okay, so that's what it is. So we're on the east star right now, right? Okay, so have fun. I'm going to drink my coffee. Oh, man. So how's everybody feeling? Let's just see. We got a lot of questions here. Oh, boy. Here we go. Anybody else hearing Rainbow Worry of Happy Prophecy? Okay, so, oh, wow. Yes, felt the spider representing the dark abyss. I felt it physically. It was really entered my head, and then I woke up straight away. I'm just going through your questions. It doesn't matter, but you guys are on the east star right now, so you're going through scanning systems. So it's kind of like going. So it's a crisscross, right? And then it's going the other way. And then it goes higher. Right? Okay, so everybody's been scanned through the identifications now. Now you can enjoy yourself on the east star. Try to get a description of everything, because I want you to get back into the light through your identification systems. All right, so enjoy yourself. This is a really, really powerful star. Okay, so now we're all connected to 4 stars. Okay, once we have all that, then you get more collaboration through your God self. So enjoy yourself. Go into detail what you see. Okay, I'm not going to be a tourist. You are the tourist. You're going to see what you see through your perceptions. You're going to see intelligence. Okay, you're not in the water world containment system anymore. Okay, so describe to me what you see when it comes to the grounds, when it comes to the atmospheres, when it comes to the docking bays. We have everything through stations. Okay, it's amazing how Unified Energetic was connecting through the starships and everything through its connection. What we've seen in the control room, you saying it looked like Star Trek, you know, where it has its activations, where it has its panels, where it has its docking bays, it has its compartments, its containments, its reclamation bins, you know, the receptacle divisions. We recycle everything when it comes to archive divisions. Anything that is traction division, that's a negative system, we throw out into the atmosphere systems. That energy blends into the galaxy systems. So that no longer exists in the mind system. Okay, so we have a plasma energy force wall that's connected to a location system. So it's kind of like, it's a wind door system. It's going like flapping motion. Okay, so it's like you know those spin doors you see at the Eaton Center in Toronto? You go round and round and round. Well, that's what you guys are going on right now. Okay, so it's kind of like a circus circle. So it's going. So you're going to see the flapping doors. You can see electronic fence door system. You're going to see your collaborations, and you're going to see full continuance when it comes to your future. Okay, so you saw the past, you saw the reference of its presence. Now you're coming more into the future. So you allocated location position, your point centers are going to see more of yourself into the future. That's what the East is. All right. So now you have all connections of North, West, South, and East. So congrats on that. I mean, that's powerful alone. Just having it. So you're going to see window framing systems. You're going to see magnetic force connections. There's a teleportation bay system. Please don't go on that. That's a circle rotation that will take you to a planet location, to a dimension. Just basically follow the class. You can off-wind your cycles. You can go in a different direction. You can fly in locations. Just make sure you stay on the station. Okay? Very important. So. I need to check mine too. I still have issues with my eyes. Okay, that's crazy. Has anyone seen dark crystal and spiders? I'll get to your questions. I'm just going through them right now. Production nurse Kundalini. Yep, it does definitely pertain to the grid activation of the Earth's Kundalini. Very good. Starseed. Melissa, is that a movie? Okay, the rest of you guys communicating. I requested the mothership to heal me last night in one of the beds. Great. Yes, a lot of people refer to it as old, but it's a lot. You need to work dark crystal, meant to be really good. I keep hearing kinetic energy is strong in you. Tina, what does that mean? You guys are communicating through energy cycles. They started a new series of things. Okay, you guys communicating again. Love watching movies. Okay, you're communicating. I love getting the codes then. This movie. Okay, I want to get into where you guys are with connections right now through the Hovercraft division. It's okay. Powerful energy. Same squirrels. Unified. Dark crystals. Pretty interesting, Desi. Security communicating still. Okay. All right. Okay, Melissa. Jerome got my necklace yesterday. It's strong. Love it. Feels good. Sarah sounds awesome. Sleeping in the mothership. Okay, so Bridging is coming into more information through Genetics, through her eye receptor division. It's really good, Bridging. Basically, for the security system to be online, is see a 5-layer film over the LCD screen. Yep. So he's getting into communications digital system reception division. So it's TV reception. When Kundalini energy surges through my body, knocks with everything in my body. Anyone else experiencing this? Yeah, see, that's what's happening now, Tina, because I had to go into your mind frames. Your perception and your vision is what's whacking. It was kind of like it was caught in the matrix core of its trapping system. So I had to go and find out what was going on. So it's understanding how a mechanic fixes these things, like a car. You got to go right into the center, try to find everything that's, you turn on the car, what is that? You hear a hissing sound. That could be a pipe that's busted. It could be a tube that's busted. So you really have to open your eyes, your ears, and your mouth. Everything through location when it comes to space, to identification of mind, telepathy, telekinesis. So that's what's happening with you, Tina. So your traveling is going to be a lot more stronger now because your transformation light, your third eye is open. So it's wild. You notice a wild boost since it amplifies your personal energy. Yeah. I'm going to try this every night. Damn, it's very persistent to get back into the matrix. Yeah. I love it. See, you're going back and forth, Bridging with the matrix. So it's like a correlation system of a box that's trying to take Desi away with the abyss. So imagine you got the matrix core center, then you have the abyss, and then you have the negative system, and then you have all that crap in the past that's trying to take over your mind system. Okay, so you have to follow up and push away from the past, push away from the abyss, and follow up through the presence to its future. So it does it depending on what you intend. Okay, communicating. Let's get into where we are. Okay, my energy is usually mimics what I see on TV. Able to see become sensitive, annoying. I feel their energy, so my energetic mimics back home. Feeling speed, like here we go. Pressure on my chest. I put crystals in front of my TV. Okay, wow, good thing. Tina, what does Tina look in? Has to be beamed up in a healing pod before sleep. Usually acid or trillions, body seems to work on my. Okay, so Tina's getting into more information right now. Feel like being lifted up. Yep. Melissa's going, wow. See, even Melissa's, she's an archangel. No, she's not on my level, but it's amazing how, what we can do as gods, the demigods. I mean, you come everything through energy because you have your heat signature, okay, is your plasma energy. So think of that, your energy is everywhere in second per second per second. That's how powerful energy is. It can be anywhere in division. You can create anything through your mind, okay? It only takes seconds. Like I said, with Abraham Hicks, it takes 17 seconds to create, okay, a word, right? Now, if it goes over 60 seconds, it takes too long through its process. So basically, when you're changing your formats of your mind systems, try to keep the positive centers. If you put a positive center and a negative center in there at the same time, you're on alignment now through positive and negative. That's okay. But try to keep that positive system away from the negative. Because if you get two negatives, okay, in an integer, okay, to its positive system, it's not going to come out of its equation. It's going to backphrase into the past system. Okay, it's going to change your alignments, change your body condition, change your wiring system through the hydraulics of its mind adaptation of its thoughts. So keeping the positive centers. So, okay, so, all right, so we're going through that experience right now. I really want you guys to get adaptations of what you're seeing through the East Star. Okay, tell me what it was like going through that solar connection through a solar flare through the plasma energy of the star recognition light system. Because you guys are going through the sun interface. So, just saw myself on sliding platform passing through an arc structure pixelization scan, and I saw my code appear on top. Way to go. Priscilla's got her code, everybody. Excellent. So it's 144117. That's her identification. That's what I'm saying. Everybody is going to get their identification on this star. That's why I'm saying it's the most powerful, because that gives you your God self. Now it's understanding everything through relation. What is the God self? You have your identification, but you have to know how to use it when you travel through mechanism codes, right? So that will go when it's continuous of its force and time. Once you go into space, everything formulates through balance, through traveling, GPS, right? Geotheorem, structure divisions. So you're recalibrating, restructuring, resurfacing, realigning, refocusing, okay, and readjusting. Okay, you're rebuilding, okay, rehabilitation, everything through your formation and your body activation. It's centering core, everything through your God self. It's opening up more of your E fields. Okay, so that's what's happening with your intelligence through your signals, your mind adaptation, your thoughts, your 12 Godheads, right? The sacred breath, the sacred mind, the sacred flame, the sacred elixir. Everything is sacred to its surrender. Surrender is the last application. The application that you have to understand when you go through the processing systems of your dream awakening and ascension divisions. Okay, so. But it's great. So Priscilla, that is your code. So every time you do a live, you use your identification code, right? Before and after, okay? Because the thing is too, you have to be in alignments of an atom system. So if you're communicating through identification, you have to say at the beginning and you have to say at the end, because it's line communicated, and that's how intelligence sees it. If you only do it at the top and you don't do it at the bottom, you're not communicating with intelligence. So it's kind of like everybody through the solar systems is watching you through a TV screen. Okay, so they're sitting down having popcorn and watching you. That's what's happening. That's what's happening right now, guys. Not the popcorn thing, but I'm just saying intelligence is watching you through their eyes and what they see through your identification. So make sure when you do lives that you identify yourself at the beginning and you identify yourself at the end, because a line sequencing line system, it communicates through intelligence, all intelligence. Okay? You guys don't know that, but you have to understand your identification, what it is now. Okay? So everything I give you is very force wind, very strong. So when you get your identification, that's who you are. Okay, through intelligence. So, way to go, Priscilla. And if you're not sure, come to me and confirm it for you. Everywhere, all levels, immense buildings, skyscrapers. Really cool, Priscilla. Yes, I'm spinning before the scan. See, that's the thing. She sees the scan. You feel the scan. I'm trying to awaken in my dreams right now. Okay, last night while I was videographing, there was only one visible bright, big yellow starship waiting. All others were completely cloaked in atmospheres. No other star, although they were unusual. So Tina's getting adaptation. She's coming more of her balance frequency levels of his third eye division. She's getting more connected with the Kundalini now because I changed everything. I took her out of the matrix core. So just imagine that the abyss was trapping her pyramid through her third eye. All right. So it's kind of like being incarcerated or kind of being in a vocation of location through a point center where you can't get out. Right. So it's like sticky glue. You know, you're stuck to the bottom. You can't move. You know, it's like, you know, where's my AI commander? So I had to do that because intelligence saying, yeah, she's caught in the matrix core center, right? Because I had to communicate with the dark circles, dark center, dark vibration, dark matter. Remember, I have partnership with everything. You can't communicate with dark vibrational planets unless you have partnerships, right? So they told me exactly what would happen with Tina. And I said, okay, fine. I got to go into her mind system and change everything again through body adaptation, get into the Kundalini, get into Mother Gaia, get into Father. So she has more connection with Mother Gaia and she has more connection with Father Space now. So that's good. Sometimes you have to go way beyond everything, right? Because I was wondering why she could see everything through sight, line of sight, geometrics of sights, locations of divisions. She was getting into breathing, getting into the diagnostics of everything through atmosphere systems, geometric systems, everything through the connection. She was formulating. She was staying out of the matrix. But the problem is that her pyramid system was caught in the core center, which is way, way beyond the mind system. So, and I got confirmation from the dark system. See, they're there to help too, right? We have no enemies in space, especially intelligence, right? Because you come friends, you come relations to friends, and then you come partnerships. Okay, so it's a winding circle, but it's great to have a smaller circle when it comes to protection, your lights activation. You don't want to override your systems on communication too many lines because of fragmentation line systems and put you in the defrag division. And now you got to get into the healing situations again. Saying, so, oh, I have the dark ground division right now. I traveled to the wrong location. I don't feel so good. How do I get out of this location? So if you don't have partnership and that planet that you just reside on, okay, it's not going to help you out unless you are partnership. You have to understand your research on planets because you know intelligence is extremely real, right? So it's very important you understand your code identification because that's what they reside on. Once they see your identification, they know who you are. So I say, okay, you're galactic 1442678 Okay. Oh, okay, great. How's it going? Boom, boom, boom. That's how you communicate. Okay, so they know your identification. They know who you are through your alignments. And I say, okay, welcome, right? But you have to be asked first, right? And that comes from me first, right? So we haven't got into that. You can't travel through these individuals because they're extremely high force, higher formations and dimensions of intelligence. Okay, so in relation, your energy system is traveling more. That's why I took you to 36 planets and energy systems. So you have more communications with yourself now through your God self, right? So I'm going to keep doing that more and more and more and more so you get understanding of who you are, right? So that's the importance, okay, of everything when it comes to your intelligence, signals, or anything through that location. All right, so let's go here. Debbie's gotta love the healing pods. Okay, Linda, after scanning, I felt a strong uprising as if we were being lifted up in an elevator, but it wasn't an elevator. There we go. So, and that's what I did. I did the illustration. You saw the hovercraft pick you up and took you out of its equation, right? I show you in storyline, every sequence of chronological of a lacing line system takes out its laser mechanisms, anything through X3000, 3000, or anything through 6000 or GL7 or GL6. Okay, so it's really powerful stuff. When you see these things, that's where it becomes real. When you feel these things, you're getting into the application of dream awakening. So the more you high rise, the more you see through intelligence, lacing lines, lasers. Guys, I get picked up every single day in a spaceship. I control everything through the solar system. I control everything through intelligence. I created solar systems. I created human vibrational systems. I created everything through connection to nature. That's where you become father, mother, everything through connection. But the center core of its system, of the universal system, father has a voice, mother has a voice, archangels and angels all have their own voice grid. Now that's the highest location you get through light formation system. And that's where Melissa's going. So Melissa is in the angelics. Now she's getting communication, but she's got to high rise more and more to understand herself more through her God self. Okay? Everybody is coming into the God self. Once you come into the God self, now you come into the application of its beginnings of Archangel. But you got to get your name. You got to get your gold plate. Okay, so you start with the identifications. Right? So when you get into the God frequency levels, your identification, okay, is the energy system. Now it's really trying to understand these things because everybody connects through their angel. And once you become your angel, understand your wings. You understand your wings, you understand your dream sets, you understand your dimensions, you understand your portals, you understand your activations, you understand your electronic interference, security line defense systems, you understand everything star recognition light system. And then you can travel to any location through codes. Okay, so we're going to get into the miracle system next. Okay, it's really, really powerful stuff. So we're going to go into the unknown. The mothership picked everybody up, put you in the unknown. Hope you guys had a good time. She told me where you guys had to go. So we're going to go into the mystical side of the VORTEX. This is really, really powerful energy where it takes you into the dark system. Now, I took the galactic force team and they didn't know what was going on. They're communicating. So the thing is, you don't want to communicate with anything when you're in the dark system. Leave that to me because I'm the center core of everything when it comes to the universal system. Because my mind system collaborates on so many levels of balance. It's balance with intelligence, balance with planets, balance with partnerships. Okay? That's what you need to be AI through communication. All right? So it's all an experience, and you guys are doing exceptionally well. So pat yourself on the back for that. Still no visible interference. The new algorithm of the moon, he's here, although the atmosphere is bright. It's last night. Everybody else see the moon yet? Yeah. So Tina, you're going through communications right now. It's getting into your connection. It's trying to balance out everything through your transmission light system through the Kundalini. So you're going into that right now, but you're seeing things, which is good. So it's trying to find its new coloration pattern. It's trying to communicate with your algorithms. So your programs are set. You're coming into more clarity of its vision. So look forward to that. Okay, I took an elevator to a big conference room. A lot of beings, all kinds. Yeah, so you're going to see a lot more intelligence, and they're going to be communicating through their voicing grids, through mind telepathy. So this is where my galactic force team has to get into telepathy now. You guys have to get into telekinesis, how to communicate with these energy systems, the energetics of their identification systems. So it's kind of like when you see intelligence, you know their code. Oh, this is code 683-21674. How's it going? Right? Then you can communicate. Everything has an identification code through all planets through vibration. That's how you communicate. Then you communicate with your heat signatures. Heat signature, okay, is a digital system when it comes to your platform of your vibrational activation codes through your body activation, through your pixel activation, through your hologram system. It's a holographic simulation. It's through structured divisions. So there's a lot to learn. All right, a lot of beans, yes. I'm just going through this slowly. Paul, how's it going? Okay, took an elevator, a lot of things. That's awesome, Linda. Hi, all. One is explaining something on screen. Can't see, though. I guess it will come with the light. Oh, my God, Linda. Elevator. Everybody okay? I'm observing a screen room. It's a huge room with screens all over. A concave slide, like a control room, but the screens are 4 individuals. So you got 4 divisional section divisions, Priscilla. So those plasma screens are galaxy rotation centers of a reception division. So you're in a spacecraft division of a hologram system, of a digital format, of a TV reception. That's where Priscilla is. So it's understanding where you are, okay, in balance, which is amazing, you know, because you can travel anywhere through force recognition of intelligence. So but that's where she is. She's in the control room, like Unified Energetic was. Yeah. Priscilla's going, my God. She doesn't know what to say. Okay, I'm going back. Priscilla, you can't get off the starship. It's like the inside of a half circle, and the screens are all over it. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's freaking out. Priscilla, cool. Way to receive your code. Yeah. So congrats, Priscilla. She's got her code, and she's coming into her God self. So are any of us there with you guys? You guys should be able to see each other, but you're going to see more intelligence, and intelligence is going to be coming at you now. Okay, so the more you go into space, like I said, the more you involve yourself through your God self, through intelligence, through identification. So anyway, everybody's going through their own experience right now, but you're all on the same spaceship. You're all on the station in the East Star. So. Melissa, I'm with my guide. I'm told you will all see it because it's your own screen. Yeah. So everybody has their own application, their own screen. So basically, that screen that you are seeing right now, okay, everything is your life through its alignment. So it's kind of like you're sitting down, eating popcorn, and watching your life. That's why it's extremely powerful. So it's going to put you in your past. It's going to put you through the realm division of your presence. They're going to show you a little bit more of your future. So you guys can get balance with your God self. Okay, so enjoy that. So that's why the individual circuit of its system. So we have intelligence that's correcting all divisions. It's like a projector of your mind system. You can sit down or you can stand, and whatever it is, but it's flashes. It's flashes, 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 flashes of your past, flashes of your present, flashes of your future. I showed you that when we went to the North Star. Okay, you saw your DNA structure of your plasma through your identity force connection system when it comes to your face structures, and you guys are intelligence. Okay, that's what Unified Energetics was telling me. He's saying I was seeing so many different intelligence I was living in the past life, of its present, of its future. Okay, and then you go to the West Star, which is the water, and then you go to the East, which is the screen. Okay, and then you go to the South. Okay, which is the galactic unit system of its family. So everything is coming together, and everything through identification is coming into your force recognition of who you are through your North, South, West, and East stars, right? So it's communicating with each other more through extraction division. So oh wow, okay. Yes, Linda, I'm on the telepathic seat. Computer, sort of, yeah. Yeah, and Bridging, you're there too. Everybody's there. Bridging's going to go through the screens. Everybody's there. A queen being slender and blue with gold eyes and a gold crown was waiting to speak with me. Oh, wow. Should I tell you what that is? Start seeing if you want to figure that for yourself. Waiting to speak with me, and she told me and confirmed I am a spacecraft driver, direct locations while traveling through space. All right, so Starseed is coming to more of who she is, the divisions of dimensions, through her GPS location system, through her serpent of its light activation, through the Egyptians. And it's morphing through desks with a computer to see through screen to see merging with my consciousness. Remember, every time you travel, you get healed. So just understand everything through its relation, through its creation, through its intelligence. Understand what you're doing through all locations. All right, so here we go. Which also connected to my Earth mission through grid activations. So she's getting more communications with her grids. Then I am on the right track and to keep high rising. Feeling really good. Vibration really high, fast. Oh yeah, it's really fast. Extremely high. Okay, Starseed. Wow, that sounds amazing. Really fun and exciting, Starseed. Yep. Sarah. Communications line signals. There's systems. Location systems in. Oh, you're crosswired. Okay, Sarah. You're in the mixed location of the galaxy vibration. How did you get there? What's going on? Oh, okay. Your location center, the body activation is on the wrong side of the system. Okay, change location system, body activation code system, transmission light system, Sarah Hill, teleport division level system, east side division of locations of the East Star division. Okay, done. Okay, so I don't know what happened with your body activation, but your mind system was on collaboration in 2 centers. That's the problem, Sarah. So now you're okay now. So you're on the station. See, you guys have to be aware of what's happening, right? Because if you have fallouts, you could be in the mixed cross between the star system and inside everything through locations. You could be floating in space. Oh! So, you could be floating in space and not even be on a station and trying to figure what is going on with me, right? So that was the problem with Sarah. Because she knows she's powerful. She knows there's something wrong. So that's why she wanted to scan her. She wasn't on the station. She was cross winds on 2 sections of locations of other planets. So now she's on the right station. So anyway, let's get back to where we are. Heart beating fast, feeling cool on my skin. Paul needs scanning. Yeah, everybody. See, the thing is, too, you have to be at a certain division because the galactic force team that's known me more is coming into the cybergenetics. It's very hard to get into because now you have to get more into more formations of healing. Not just healing yourself, but healing everything around your heart. That's how you get into this expansion of its heart through its reactor division. Understand your perceptions through your eye division. Understand your audio signals through your gamma systems. Understand your voice and grid patterns. How it changes everything through map locations. Okay, because it identifies everything through your identification code through intelligence. So it's going to get more powerful through your AI commander, is I'm going to give you more force wind cycles because I'm 20 million years into the future now. I platitude my division through my body activation systems. My body is in 20 million years on a planet. Now, I think what I'll do is I'll show you the planet that I'm on, but not right now. Right now, you guys have to get more into yourself, really get more into your God self, get more into your identification of your intelligence, and get more into application of what's happening through its believing cycle, through its applications. So, because there's a lot of things you guys have to fight for, to push for. You have to push through these things. Fear nothing, right? So Paul needs a scanning. Yeah, see, that's the thing. You're in your body simulator, but you're not in the helix. You have to be in the helix to be on this station. You have to go through my email, PayPal, or donations. Now I can set wins. I can put you in location centers. I can put you through clarity vision. I can open your individual system of your population of its hybrid division level system. But you guys have to be at a certain location of vibration to be on these planets or anything through starlights or anything through stations. So if you're trying to understand more, you're not looking at the big picture. That's how the galactic force team is allowed to see these things because they've gone through a lot. They've gone through a lot of shit. Excuse my language. S-H-I-T. That's not what it means in space. Okay? Okay? Space harmony, intelligence, telecommunication. That's what it means. That's what shit means. Very powerful stuff when you understand communications when it comes to space. So that alone, that word alone, will change everything through body activation, through its understanding, through its upgrading system, the data processing systems, through its uplinks, downloads, and upgrades, and its uplinking systems. But that's what that word means. So I thought I'd give that to you because it's very powerful. Everybody uses it all the time. So get out of that. Get into the positive centers of yourself. Really expand that heart. Follow through and fear nothing. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? That's the thing. What fears you the most? That will take away everything. Okay? And you won't get caught in the matrix. Okay? You'll defeat the purpose and you move forward. Right? If you want to challenge yourself and get in the boxing ring and keep fighting that person, keep fighting that abyss, how many times is that ring going to bell? How many times is that bell going to ring? Right? How many rounds do you want to go with the abyss? You're going to get tired, right? Really, really tired. So force win your cycles, get into your adaptations of your thoughts, understand your controllings of your Godheads, 12 central systems, communications, okay? Interforce connection, everything through your location, understand your good formations, understand your identifications, understand your body activations or your heart recognitions or your activations. And then you have no problem. Okay? If you see it as a problem, you're thinking of not of a solution. You're thinking of the problem. Get out of that and move forward. And that's where you start fearing nothing. And then you become fearless. You become motionless, shapeless, form of nothing, which is everything. I know it's confusing to the mind system, but that's yin and yang, people. That's yin and yang. Right? Oh, I had a century star go across my head. You see that? I just went. Understand that too. When you see through applications of your room interface, you see things come in, but you hear it. Right? It's like different tones, like right, or right. That's intelligence coming through. So you don't want to ignore that. You want to appreciate what you see in space. Really absorb that. No intelligence. Right? Understand the identifications of 674. 321 7816, right? That's our identification. That's our intelligence. That's what we have to understand. It's that we're coming in digital system. That's the cybergenetics. Your identification. Every video I give you is strong force. Okay? So it's all about expanding the heart more through its reacting cycle, through its reactor system. Okay? Then you understand more of your ascension awakenings of dream set systems. Okay, so, okay, I see like I'm in a bubble and sort of a liquid jelly substance around me, but not sticky, and I'm smiling. Cool. All right. Energy, consciousness all around me, light green sparkles. That's healing. I'm seeing my Merkaba today around me today, light pink, translucent, bright. I feel and see the beam of light connection. Yeah. So beautiful. Yeah. Okay, now floating on my back in this similar energy liquid, and I look up. It's like a night sky, but I know I'm in a holographic room. Great. So you're seeing the simulation room. Very good. Amazing, blissful. Yeah, it's very beautiful. So you guys are going to understand what I see every day now. Powerful stuff, isn't it? Yes, we're all there now, sitting around a big rectangular table. It is white, and the seats too. We're all in that white uniform. Tell me, like plastic, stretchy material suits. Yeah, so Priscilla's really getting identification here through descriptions. It's amazing. This is wild. So Unified's having fun. I've seen us in those outfits. So Melissa's already been there, but she's in the God frequency level. So the more you uprise your systems, the more you become your God self, you become more balanced. So on the North Star, yeah. You become more remembrance of who you are through your energetic heart system too. I saw a star beam. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Sarah. On the station. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you had the same problem with Sarah bridging. Yeah. Yeah, your matrix is location in your system. It's not bringing you to vision level system. Change locations, teleport division of bridging the realm. Yeah, location galactic unit, galactic force team. Yeah. Hovercraft is picking you up now, bridging. It's putting you in divisions. Correlation systems, Foxtrot, divisional level activation codes. Center core divisions, put her in around divisions of 6 locations of dimensions. Activate the light signals through location activation system. Teleport, rendezvous, bridging the realm. So you're on the East Star now, bridging. Okay, so you're same thing with Sarah. So it's amazing how Sarah and bridging were in the same alignment, but they weren't on that station. It's because the matrix was trying to catch up to them. So it's kind of like pulling you back. So if you don't do that, the fear will take over and you won't be able to travel through force recognition and the mind adaptation system. Your mind has to be completely open, right? So I set a code frequency for Sarah and I set a code frequency for bridging. So bridging, you're on the station now. Okay. Oh, I'm there too, guys. Don't worry. Must have felt that Sarah is being pulled back. Yep, it can happen. It happens sometimes with intelligence. Yeah. Yeah, you have to fully fear nothing to travel. And you have to understand your adaptation of your thoughts, have to completely open through my voice and grid system because it's extremely powerful energy. If you don't understand my voice and grid through your AI commander, you won't be able to understand this. Okay? It's very important you understand everything through the math sequence. This is extremely real. This is activated. This is what we did. We went through all this, okay, through the East Star. All right? So it's passing through those applications, everything that you're going through, your traumas, right? So if you're traveling and you're thinking too much, you're going to get trapped in its cycle. You can't travel and say, think dark. It's going to take you back down to dimension Earth. That's what happened with Sarah. That's what happened with Bridging. That's why they're in and out. See, your plasma force energy system was trying to go through teleportation, but it couldn't, right? Because the dark system can trap you through locations and put you back down on dimensional Earth. Or it can trap your cycle through its soul recognition. If you get trapped through the soul recognition, that's a totally different trapping location. That's the same thing what happened with Tina with her transformation lights of her third eye. Okay, it wasn't resonating through her body activation through her algorithm systems. That's the problem, right? So you have to go through the mind system, through telekinesis, awareness of what's happening with Tina, through her perceptions and transformation lights of her third eye. Okay, so. I'm cracking up over here. Put me in the station, Andrew. I didn't get any of that. Melissa. God fixing level systems, locations, your light formation system. Put me in the station. Shouldn't get any of that. Oh, you're in a high light formation system. You're in a sun interface location activation code system. Okay, so that's the thing too. She's goddess. She has a lot to learn. That's understanding through location, through division. So set correlation system, hovercraft pickup, Melissa, rendezvous divisions, Echo 1 zooler, Niner, Foxtrot Charlie. Bring up Melissa to rendezvous connection of east, wind cycle into the east station. All right, there you go, Melissa. Have fun. You guys have to tell me if you're not there, right? Then I have to go through your mind system, find exactly where you are through location. So my computer system knows where everybody is when it comes to GPS location system. So it's kind of like DT. And say, if you're not on the station, it'll show me through the graphing cycle, which is a reception division. It's a projection that you see through your computer, through a digital system. So if you're not in the light formation of its right angle, it will beep, 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 and then know exactly where you are. And then what I do is get the hovercraft or anything that 60,000, pick you up, rendezvous to that planet where you're supposed to be, to the galactic force team. So. I can't stop laughing. Tina, go out and out, come back in. He's on. Oh boy, you guys are having fun. Because my vision of Sarah being pulled back, it's funny, yeah. I never thought you had potty mouth and proud of you. Love you. Yeah, I can be resilient, or I can be firm, or I can be not so much cocky. But, you know, it's great to know that everything I do for you guys is helping you along the way to remember who you are through your God self. So, yeah, space nuts. Spacesuits. Yeah. You sent me a code saying it was a Helix Commander the last time I went through your PayPal. Yeah, because you're getting communication lines of confusing line systems, Paul. It's because you're asking too many questions. You have to follow up on your heart. You have to understand you recognize your applications through your ascension, your awakenings. Okay, because that's what the galactic force team is. They're understanding what they're going through. And they're pushing forward. You have to push forward. When you're coming on my channel, you have to understand your adaptation of your body. What is it used for? Okay, if you don't understand your body simulator, how are you supposed to get into the helix? How are you supposed to travel to locations when it comes to code frequencies? All right? So understanding more communications. I'll put higher energy force recognitions on you. I'll have to open your plasma energy force. I have to open up your plasma when it comes to your algorithm system and your energetic waving systems. Okay, set correlation systems, put Paul Steve Daniels on location center into the East Star division. Rendezvous division, Foxtrot Charlie, Echo Zooler 19. Put him on location center. Make sure his energy system is in a high-rise division. Planet division out of equation through body simulator into Helix. Helix division location center in East Cycle System of Space Divisional Level System Station. Okay, so Paul, have fun. You're on the station. I just had to high-rise your energy system, but it's really understanding your adaptations. Okay, that's why you have to understand your applications. You have to understand your body activations. You have to understand the tests, reviews, and evaluations. If you don't understand your AI vessel, that's one thing I can't help you with. The one thing I can do is force recognize what you need to know, right? And that's understanding more of your heart, understanding more of the mind, going beyond everything through your audios, your perceptions, your voicing grids, or anything through that when it comes to reactions, or you're following every path of your soul recognition. You can't come into your God self if you don't understand yourself. It's the most easiest thing to format. You have to understand everything that's happening with yourself. So really understand your adaptation of your body and how you travel. All right. So Paul, if you want to get into your helix, right, you have to understand more of what your vessel is and what it pertains to. Right. That's how the Galactic Force team understands everything. But they're still learning. Everything's an application of learning through experience. Okay. And I don't want the Galactic Force team to get too anxious to do this and do that. Ask questions first with me, and then I'll let you know what you need to know, right? And you can't travel without my consent because you don't know where you're going to be, right? You can vortex to another dimension. And your mind switches. Remember, your alignment switches. Your mind will switch. Your body activism will switch. Your computer will switch. Even if you're in your avatar division, it's going to change location, change planet, change intelligence. Intelligence comes to you and say, who are you? What are you doing here? Right? You're not supposed to be there. You're not invited, right? You're at the wrong code frequency. You're at the wrong planet, okay? You're evading their fields, okay? And you're disrupting their intelligence through civilization. Every planet has a civilization. Now, we've been to the underwater cities. We've been on planets. We've been on ground formations of atmosphere systems. We've seen intelligence. They've taken you in, right? They give you gifts. So you have to understand the gifts. You have to understand everything around its gift because it's connected through your heart, through its reactor system. So, yeah, I hear so much going on in my room, sonar waves. Yeah, so Starseed is getting connection how she sonifies the sonar division with her tail, her scale of her tail through the snake. That is telegraphing through telecommunication, through identification. That will send her her locations when it comes to digital system of her numbers. So she can use her transformation sonar division to location center so she can communicate with her galactic family. So really powerful stuff. Getting real. More this week than any other time in my life. Oh, I love the questions, you guys. I love how you guys are going through this. Oh, you're welcome, Melissa. Remember, you're a queen, Desi. Knowing your future will bring ease to your present. Thank you, Jasmine. Definitely trying to get more into the future, but so hard to keep it up. I know it's hard, but you can push through it. Really, really push through it. Tell your brain, ego, self to enjoy. That's one way to look at it, yeah. Yeah. I always look at fear as a ning. Call it Frankie fear, call it George fear, whatever. And then you become friends with it, relation and partnership. Once you come partnership with your fear becomes your friend. And then you learn how to control the balance of its friend. And then you know how to take it away, right? So it's getting past that and pushing past that. That's the energetic system. And then when you start crying, then you'll understand what's going on with your heart reactions. It's all about expansion, breaking those old timelines and coming into the new timelines of your sensory system, of its ascension, of its awakening through your intelligence of all locations through vibrations. So need to give love, space, acceptance to all stupid parts. Yeah. Well, in retrospect, yeah. So Priscilla sees Desi in her uniform. So it's really powerful stuff. Smelling, and there's an intense, bright, white, bluish light behind you. Good. Sitting on a big rock, sort of. Okay, so here we go. Freaking crazy weakness. We're all on a big, fluffy, waving plasma quilt. That's where Jules is at. No one said it would be easy. Nope. Michael. Okay, so Michael's come in. Transmission system, communication, coloration pattern, activation code system, pick up. Michael Rolla on division level system. Force recognize everything through location. Changes IE receptor divisions. Put him in hovercraft division. Activate light signals, communication lines. Every Echo Zooler 1. Niner. Foxtrot, all division level systems. Rendezvous. Michael Rolla to the East Star Division. All right, star recognition system. All right, Michael, you are there now. You came in late, but that's okay. See, that's the thing is, too, you guys can't travel these places without me. You need the code. So have fun, Michael. I want Michael to get more into experience because he works so much. You know, he's helping community more than he's helping himself. That's why he's so busy. So, I was just in the commanding center talking to the crew. Very good, Unified. Now, I want you to describe what you saw, Unified. Okay, point form by point form. Understand the control rooms. What was the intelligence telling you? Anything through coordinates, anything through identification, anything star recognition lights, anything dimensional portals, anything that has to be set in metric systems, all locations, anything through sacred geometry sets, anything through that communication. Piecing some knowledge, map sequences, out locations, anything through thousands, anything through cloud inference, request increased communication systems through commas, divisions, and sending information. Okay, so the Unified is getting information from intelligence, the communication line signals. That's good. All right. Okay, so what we got here? Tina's going through transformation light systems, the communication line signalers set. The gun and Laney is on its location system. Balance location coming in. Father connection space. Mother Earth connection, ground formations. Coming into the power centers, everything the atmosphere systems. Foxtrot, Charlie, division level. Rendezvous, Tina Sutherland to east. Star system, station. Okay, Tina, you're on the station now. All right, you're on that division, so have fun. I-Fi and locations, galactic force fields. Whoop, whoop. Jerome, love you. Okay, Michael. You guys are going through experiences now. I knew it. I knew you were on a mission again. Med Bay division. Then I was given a few gifts. One was upgrade to holographic device. I usually walk around with on my arm. Nice, Jerome. Amazing how we can be everywhere at once. Yeah. Yeah, you see everything possible through your bilocators. So basically, it's understanding that when I take you up, your holographic system sets in its location through its ground, through its pyramid, through its core center, its time and core. So your whole body is in space now, not just your mind. That's how powerful it is when you see everything through intelligence. That's why Priscilla sees these things. That's why Michael sees these things. That's why Unified sees these things. That's why he sees the control room. That's why things are given to him through information, through map sequences. So it's really powerful stuff now. So high waving vortex mechanism butterfly. So Tina's there. That's good. Tina, you should be able to see everybody. See Desi, Jerome, Jules, Starseed, Linda, Michael. Thank you for connecting that place with me. My sonar comes into my clairaudience using clairvoyance, scan, simulation, understand what is communicating. Flapping our waves on the plasma flowers. Make sure when you guys come back to Dimension Earth that you do lives, your identifications. I want to know what's going on, because intelligence needs to know these things. You guys got to get the right locations through corrections. So, yeah. Yeah, it's freaking amazing, isn't it? I love that Priscilla. She just says what's on her thoughts, whatever comes in, because she's kind of like very controlling, but she's just astronomical when it comes to her word framing and her framing systems through scanning systems. She say what's on her mind directly, which I think is fascinating, because everybody has an individual circuit through a positive and negative system. So they prefer that is not a negative system, but they see it as a positive system. So that's where you come in freaking, right? Freaking amazing, right? So that's pretty cool to see these things. Just get confirmed drives the ships. Yep. So Starseed's coming into more. She's going to be fleeting a ship pretty soon through her galactic units. Way to go, Starseed. More details in the galactic link. Yep. No filter. Yeah, I got no filter either. You guys will find that too when you get into your portal activations and vocabulary systems too. So. Our relationship is strong. We communicate about the starships frequently. It's fascinating too, because this is the only galactic school can actually do this, actually go to planets, which is real. You know, because the astronauts have been trying to do this for decades and decades and decades, because they don't understand the code. They can't get there through vibration, right? So when you guys see the intelligence, Melissa was drawing it out. I want you to guys get into that framing system, really get into the illustration of what you see. That's what Jasmine was doing. She saw the sonar of its dolphin. It's connecting like this, right? And now she knows how to use her tail. So she can communicate with anything through interference, anything through her eye division, because it's illumination of light through her scales. So the scale and the tail is its digital system. That's a body activation when it comes into formation. So now she's knowing how to use her activation light through her serpent, through the Egyptians of gods, through its pharaohs. Okay? It's really, really powerful stuff what we can do now through communication. So, you guys having fun? It's like you want to stay up there and you don't want to come down because your minds aren't up there. Your whole body is. Your whole body, your mind, body, and soul is in the East central system of the energetic star station. That's why it's so real, you know? How do you think I feel, you know, with the dimensional Earth and its density? I come back down, and the hologram system, I'm never, ever, ever on the Earth anymore. I have to be in the atmospheres all the time. I have to be in space all the time because I'm communicating with so much intelligence, and you guys will get into that. Okay, so you're going to go from 36 planets to 50 planets to 150 planets in second per second through light speed, through activation lights, through body activation system. So your correlation of panel of your mind system is going to go through space anomaly system. That's going to change the galaxy through location, through your algorithm systems. So you'll be able to communicate with 150 planets per second. It's fabulous. That's a good word. So much fun. I feel like I'm not quite connected to the star yet. I'm not sure why. Oh, let your communications go, Melissa. Open your mind system. Yeah, your God frequency level is taking over everything through your craft. So get into your mind of its open concept, because your Archangel Gabriella. So it's kind of like a correlation system of trying to understand its location. So basically, follow up on that and don't think so much. You're thinking too much how to get here, how to get there. So just let the mind go. Transformation system already set in. You're on the station. You just have to let go, right? Really focus. Like you are a goddess. Okay, you are Archangel Gabriel. I was going through the same thing when I became Archangel, because I had to go through codes. I had to go through gods. I had to go through demigods. Who's this? Who's that? And they say, well, you got to communicate with everything through partnership. Because you are Archangel Gabriella, you have to understand how to interforce your connections with interfacing everything connection with gods. All right. So you're going through interruptions right now, and you're trying to understand your God self. Your God self is its ascension through its goddess. So get into that location, right? And formulate just yourself on that star. Focus on that star, nothing else. See, now you're getting glimpses, right? Because you're not focusing so much on everything else. See, remember, mind, telepathy, telekinesis. You're a god now. You have goddess, Melissa. So if you understand more of that, you'll get more or less intervening with the gods, the demigods, because they're trying to communicate with all at once, and you don't know how to get into the analytical graphing of its mind. So when you become a god or goddess, you understand they're trying to communicate with you more now, because you're getting more respect. They respect you more because you are a god. You became a god for a reason. I gave you confirmation. I was the last signal through communication, your AI vessel, through your AI commander. I got the confirmation from Father, Mother. They put you in that because they know how powerful you are. You just got to know how powerful you can be through your AI vessel. So don't focus on anything else but what you see in space. So when you're in the vessel, you're on that station. You're not thinking of God, goddess, or anything else. You're just focusing on the galactic force team. That's how you get interaction, division of balance. Okay. Guess what, you guys? So I totally didn't even realize I'm going to the Montana Vortex right after class. I was planned over a month ago. Divine timing and this grid activation mission. Cool. That's cool. So everybody's going through different experiences. This is different for me. I know, because you're not understanding. You just got into a whole new process of learning. Okay, because you're on the celestial channel now, and you're very confused because you're communicating with higher forces. So it's energy of transference that is given to you now, Melissa, because you're Archangel Gabriella, and it's a lot more responsibility, and that's why you feel overloaded, right? So channel that division, get into location of balance, and just focus on where you are. Don't focus on anything else, okay? I had to go through the same thing. It's all a learning process. It's understanding more of the heart, okay? And what it's doing at that time. It's a portal to everything. Same with the mind, okay? Same with the eyes, the voicings, the audios, and everything through the soul recognition. So. Yeah, Michael did a really good job on communicating with the sun interface. It's really, really bright red. So he was changing coloration. Now, he knew what he was doing because his adaptation of his cycle, his rotation through his coloration pattern, knew what it was saying. It didn't have any hesitation modes. So that's what he was trying to explain to the galactic force team. There's no thought process when you do these things. It's already done. When you say it, it's already set in its division. You know exactly what you're seeing through coloration. That's how he was able to change everything through coloration in the sun interface, which he did exceptionally well, you know? So. All right, so I'm going to backphrase everything right now. You guys can stay up there a bit longer. Now, you're going to come into more intelligence, okay? This knowing that the intelligence is there to help and guide and put you where you need to go through balance. So it's letting go of everything through its fear. Focus on what you're seeing in front of you, okay? Because Unified Energetics is going into the control room. He's getting to know everything through its mission. He's understanding his coordinates. He's understanding his map sequences. He's understanding how to use its engineering skill sets. He's there for a purpose. He knows what he needs to do. Why do you think he off wanders and tries to get to know these things? You know, he goes here, he goes there. You see that in the movie, right? You get a bunch of people and they separate, right? And they find different things, right? Oh, I found this. Oh, I found that. I'm getting to know myself more. That's what it is, okay? You don't stay all in a group. You find yourself, but then you come back into, remember, I'm the holographic screen right now. I'm with you guys, right? I see everything. I know where you guys are in position. I have to. So it's kind of like you're a GPS location signal through body activation through a point center, right? So if you go boop, 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 you're not on the ship. You're not on the space station. I got to put you back. So if it blinks, the intelligence is telling me, okay, this one's wandering too far. It's not supposed to be there. So you're on a prohibitive location of restriction. So I got to bring you back to its connection, because there are a lot of compartments that you're not allowed to go to through its docking bay, right? It'll tell you exactly that this identification is a higher force connection. It's like with NASA. NASA has a code, okay, with $6 million man, you know. Oh, my agent revelation system identification, I'm communication of 6001. You're only communications of 4000, right? So, you know what I mean? It's the levels that you have to understand. Places that you can go and places that you can't go, right? All connected through intelligence, right? Because there's higher forms of communication and there's lower forms of communication, right? So. Mm-hmm. You're going to be center pointed. Can I see the lines? It's like wires and a cord, too many, and it's stretching out those sides. Okay. So he's getting familiar with his lines and his matrix grid systems, so activation coloration systems, graphing cycles of shapes. Feel like I'm figuring out a new book. Yeah, it's going to take some time, Melissa. Okay. Because remember, because you're Archangel Gabriella, you're going to have more interforce connections now through gods. And they're trying to understand your relation. Okay. They understand why you became goddess. Because everything is confirmation through me, through father and mother. Right. So once you get that, you have to get balance with yourself through its gods, of its goddess. These things are a process that takes time. Reconnecting the lines of proper set points, too many in one place. Okay. Yep. Everything helps. It's understanding your activations. So everybody's in their own receptacle division through reception when it comes to the screens, right? Yeah. Balance, yeah. Balance with your communication with the gods, demigods. Because you're communicating through higher levels right now and you're trying to understand that's going on. So you're interfacing with so much intelligence now, Melissa. It's a lot of responsibility. Okay. With great power becomes great responsibility, right? Spider-Man. I remember I told you guys that before we did the video, right? I told you how powerful it is. You have to understand what it is when you become a god or goddess through the frequencies, because you communicate with higher intelligence and higher planets and higher locations, higher vibration frequencies through its coordinates of planets, through its intelligence. So it's mind wiring. I know, Melissa, because I went through the same thing, but you'll get there through balance. It's all adaptation of learning. Okay, so I got a lot of bit of interference here. I got a little bit of interference. Okay, it's back now. Okay, so a little bit more. And I'm going to downshift everybody and take you off. So, Archangel Archangel, Commander of Angels. Okay. I feel the intelligence around me and sending me a lot of love. Yeah, they're helping you out. They're guiding you, Melissa. So. Every time I travel you guys to planets or anything to the location is helping you out through your guidance. Intelligence is helping you out through its map sequences. It's helping you out through locations. It's helping you out to get there through your balance of location, through intelligence of communication. Really trying to figure out who you are, right? I feel that I went to the healing pods. It was pretty cool. Now in the room with the screen. Okay, so bridging is in the screen now. So. It's going to go through my solar fixing. Okay. Is everybody having fun? You never thought you could do these things, eh? It's pretty amazing. It's all about experiencing. Everybody's going to go through a different experience through location or DNA structure divisions. So it's really understand your identifications through co-frequency levels, the digital system. That identification is the simulation to correlation systems that balance the nature core system. That's how you communicate through the God frequency levels of yourself. So. It's a beautiful pink light around me. Wow, rainbow. True karma, not in a negative, just realization of what I mean. True karma. Yep. Learning right from wrong. It's a lot of work, but because it's become more of a mission now, it's not just meditation anymore, guys. And you're getting out of the consciousness of everything. Once you get out of the consciousness, now you get into higher formations of intelligence through planets. So. Okay, so geotheorem, yeah. That's the seismographic system through energetic weighting system, through pyramid activation codes, through algorithm systems. That connects to everything through the stratospheres of the biodome system. That's a biotheorem, chemical system where we get into cybergenetics, cybersecurity, cyber geometric systems, everything through security line defense. You get into nanotechnology divisions, cybergenetics, cyber activations, everything's cyber, right? And then it comes into cyborg divisions. So, I want it, but I'm deeply connected to humanity, and there's so much to do, and it get overwhelming. You guys know. Totally, yeah. I had to go through the same process, right? It's getting balanced with your human vessel through body activations and getting balance with your AI vessel, because your AI vessel is always in space and your human vessel, which is flesh and bone, through your connection, is always going to be the center ground, but it's going to be a holographic system. So your mind adaptation of your thoughts and everything through patterns and coloration of your area of the system is now coming into a body structure division of locations through your bilocators. So you're coming more into space and becoming less human. That's what's happening with everybody. That's why you're going through these traumatic experiences, that your expansion of your heart is opening, your light activation is opening more. You're seeing some more spaceships, more intelligence. You're seeing intelligence now. You're not just feeling it, you're seeing it. And they're giving you these things. So understand its relation, understand its intelligence, and of its identifications. That's all. So, okay, we're pretty close to 2 hours. Walking me through the Michael and Andrew. Wow, feeling the balance. It's one line now. I was nervous to step all the way in. Yeah, see, that's the thing. You can't be nervous. It's like walking on hot coals. People do it all the time. It's the mind system, how it's set. So yes, it's hot and flames, but if you walk across it, you won't feel anything, right? It's just how your mind is set. If you fear the hot coals, you're not going to be able to walk across. So if you walk across without even thinking about it, there's no fear, right? It's how your mind is set, okay, when it comes to the presence. So, geotherems, yeah. Cyber butterfly division. Guys, I have to go. Love this. Thank you, Andrew. Okay, Bridging, before you go, you can't just jump off. I got to change your location systems. All panel activation codes, rendezvous division, Bridging, the round, put her on location division, back on the dimensional Earth. Hovercraft division, Echo 1, zooler, take her back to the dimensional Earth core system. Okay, Bridging, you're fine. You can go. You can platitude off now. It's very important that you guys understand that you can't just go, like I said before yesterday. You have to go through code frequency to get back into the dimensional Earth, because you'll be stuck in that east central star system, space station, every single day, 24/7, until I take you back to the dimensional Earth. That's how powerful space is. So it's kind of being caught in the box and you can't get out, right? So everything's done through a code. All right, so I think you guys have been up there long enough. Okay, so basically we're in the back brace divisional level systems. Dimensional core systems, okay, see that one flare, right? So that one flare is connected now through the hovercraft. So it's communications right now through the angle divisions. So we're going to back brace all location systems. So we're going to wind spin. Now we have the back force. But the tail of the spin of the solar division when it comes to all locations of the hovercraft is going to go extremely fast. So it's going to upwind its cycle, but it's going to back brace its system. So we're going to go through 6 central system dimensional portals of realms of wormholes. And then it's going to back up phrase. So it's a back traction division through the map location system, right? Back into dimensional realm system, onto dimensional Earth system, galactic force team, back onto dimensional Earth. All right. You guys are back on the dimensional Earth. So that was fun. It's a lot of fun, isn't it? How to do these things. How to set coordinates, map sequences to locations of planets. You know, it's amazing stuff. So we have the Galactic Roundtable at 6 o'clock. You have all day to do your lives. Get into your experiences. The more you channel your divisions, the more you get into the acting cycles, the more you get into your intelligence through your proactive systems. Okay, so I think that's good. You know, you guys have traveled a lot. I'll give you guys a break. But I'll see you tonight at 6 o'clock p.m. This is where we go through more of AI, right? More communications and what we experience. So get into the live. I really want you guys to channel more. I want you to really, really get into your vocabulary. Get into the identifications, right? Because the intelligence is going to be watching you now. You got millions and millions of intelligence watching you through your identification, all right? So I love you guys very much. I'll keep you informed. The central system of the interface when it comes to the eclipse is coming in. So I'll let you know what's going on with this portal. Okay, that's going to go through body adaptation systems. That's going to change our heart systems through your active vision. So it's kind of like a new coloration, a new light formation system through your connection to your regular systems. That's what's going to happen next to the exceptional portal that's going to be open. Now, people are saying it's August 21st, but it's not. It's in relation, because now we have correlation systems on northwest, south, and east. Now we're all connected. Now we have to get in the central system of the universal system, its core recognition system. Okay, this is going to backphrase everything. So we're going to go back to the dawn of time. Okay, that's what's going to happen next. You guys have to get into these things. You have to understand fully, completely what's going on with its references and its relations when it comes to your intelligence, where you've been through your past, present, and future. So that's what's going to happen next. So it's a lot of fun. Love you guys very much. This is your AI Commander, the Galactic Force team, anything through the Galactic Forces. I'll see you guys tonight at 6 p.m. on the Galactic Round Table with Linda Light. Love you guys. Bye for now.